Macaque.
Hello, Decibel, it's Saber Mike here from MachFiveGaming, and we're bringing you a commentary on Black Ops 2. And by the way, this is my first time playing on Black Ops 2, even though I'm level 3, but this is my first time. So, Insto, what are we going to be talking about today?
My dick.
We're talking about the worst thing we've ever done.
Like my dick.
Ever. Or worst moment.
Talk about my worst moment.
Talk about how low my self-esteem is.
We have a lot of people here.
How come it doesn't...
Drew
Hey,
is gonna go first.
I'm here. You forgot me.
Oh wait, Leon, you wanna go
With
first?
special guest, right?
Drew's
Oh,
not
yeah.
what we need.
Leon's our special
Wait.
guest here today.
Alright, who wants to go first?
Makes Leon so special.
I have 3 things, I think. One, I stole, like, a lot of games from GameStop.
A lot
Who
of
doesn't?
games.
I play them, too.
No.
This is
Looks
gonna
like
be
we
the
got a
intro.
badass.
I moved to Florida my senior year, and I got held back because of that, which sucks.
Because you stole games?
You're retarded.
I'm not retarded.
I'm retarded.
Kind of.
Experiments. They expect too much down here for some...
High expectations.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, continue.
And... it's hot.
It's hot.
I hate the heat. I love the cold.
Can I play my nose? Hello?
Alright, that's it for now.
That's it for now. What about when you stole Frankie's games and then blamed it on me?
That's the worst moment. That was just a little...
It was dick.
That was just a little...
You have a lot more worse moments.
That's
But let that slide.
worst. Those are the only ones I like. I like talking about.
It doesn't matter if you like talking about it.
Yeah, you have to say the worst moments in your life.
Worst moment.
Moving to Florida. That's what.
No, worst moment.
That's the
is-
saddest moment.
Alright, that's your saddest moment.
The worst moment to me is then I went through hell.
Alright, worst thing you've ever done.
Stole
Moving.
games from GameStop. Everybody said that.
Okay. Drew, you're next.
Yeah?
Yeah, go.
Alright, do you want, like, worst thing I've done, or, like, most embarrassing? Like, where I felt I was
Do
at
whatever
my...
you feel like.
It would be comfortable.
Because,
Don't
I
go that
mean,
way.
I could do either.
You go with it. Go with the flow.
I'm gonna avoid the embarrassing one.
No, you're gonna do both.
We have to do both.
I shouldn't have
Now
mentioned
I
it.
want it.
Okay, I'll do one of the worst moments first. Maybe you'll come back to me.
I can't find anybody.
Hopefully you forget. Okay, I was a senior in high school, and Sadie Hawkins was rolling around. I don't know if you know what that is. It's where the girls ask the guys, and I had been leading this girl on for
10 years.
a while, and I had no intentions of doing anything with her, going to a dance, anything like that, or even really spending quality time outside of class with her. But she got it in her head that she wanted to invite me, so I show up to my 6th period class, and my teacher hands me a lollipop that she had dropped by, and it had a piece of paper on it that said something along the lines of, "Will you go to Sadie with me?" And unfortunately, the girl had a class right next to mine, and she didn't see me receive it, and I had a test that day. So during the whole time taking the test, I was just scheming of ways to get out of this, and I decided the best way was to plead ignorant and say I never got the note. And so the class wound down. I was finished up the test. I was done about halfway through the class, but I sat there with my test because I could feel her staring at me through the window of the classroom well after the bell rang. And so I looked at her and I smiled, And sure enough, she's with her two best friends as well. And only to make it worse. And they were just standing there waiting patiently. And so I hand in my test and I walk outside. During the test, I had removed the piece of paper and I threw it on the ground under someone else's desk. And so I walk outside and I act casual. I smile at her and I was like, "Hey guys, you waiting on me?" And they're like, "Yeah, kind of." And I go, "Oh, thanks for the candy, by the way." And she goes, "Is that it?" I was like, yeah, thanks." And so she starts walking away and we follow her. And her friend pulls me to the side and she's like, "What the hell's the matter with you?" And I go, "What are you talking about?" And she goes, "Where's that damn lollipop?" And I go, "It's in my backpack." "Why? What happened?" She's like, "What about the note on it? Didn't you read it?" And I was like, "I didn't see a note. Teacher handed me a lollipop. I threw it in my backpack. And because we had a test, and so that's all I was focusing on. And, you know, I was just making things up." And so she pulls the lollipop out of my backpack, and there's no paper on it. And she's like, "Well, what the heck happened to the paper?" And I said, "I don't know, it must have fallen off when I threw it in my backpack." Again, still lying through my teeth. She goes, "Okay, well, she asked you to go to Sadie with her on that lollipop." And I was like, "Oh, what should I do about that?" She's like, "Well, now you know, so you can do whatever you want." And so I ran up to her, and I was like, "Hey, here's what happened." More lying. I was like, I'll go with you, but you have to re-ask me. In a really cool way. Which she ended up doing. Yeah, and then I was a complete ass to her the entire night. Not intentional.
Why?
Not like mean, but like distant mean. Like I didn't want to be there. I didn't fake it very well. So that was
me in class.
That was the most embarrassing thing?
No, that was one of the meanest things I've done. One of the lowest that I'm not fond of.
What about the most embarrassing thing?
Oh, God damn it.
You gotta do it. I already, expecting it.
How long is this video supposed to be?
It's gonna be as long as we want.
Well, it's been about 5 minutes already from your story alone.
I have
Yeah,
something horrible
go.
that I can talk about, but I don't want to say it yet. I want to hear more about Drew. I
Go.
want to hear more about
Yeah.
Drew.
Okay.
Everyone here's to
Wait, where is this video going? Where are you gonna upload it to?
YouTube.
The trash.
Does anybody watch
The
YouTube?
trash can.
Okay, it's fine.
He's hoping she doesn't find him.
Does anybody use YouTube anymore?
Me? I do.
I've got the clap. I do.
Me.
Alright, go.
God,
What's the most embarrassing thing?
I hate telling the story.
Oh.
Okay. I haven't told it. I've only told it once before, and it was a long time ago. Junior year, high school, which was like 5 years ago. I wanted to ask out my first girlfriend, right? And I wanted to be a big spectacle. So I got together with her best friend and we devised a plan. I was going to go to her house, ride on the back of her car to meet me at a park where I would have a picnic set up, and I would be wearing this embarrassing pink shirt with her name, who I will not disclose, and "Will you go out with me?" And it sounds really nice, but it didn't go like that. What happened was, I go over to her house, and I couldn't see her car, so I didn't think she was there. But that also put a dent in my plans. I was going to ride on her car, so I had to ride on her mom's car. And I had, those like window marker things. I bought one of those. So I cleaned her mom's window and started riding on it. And that's when she came outside. The girl. And she walks out of her front door, and this part's kind of fuzzy, but I basically said something along the lines of, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. She goes, oh, whatever, and she walks back in, slamming the door, and I can hear her yelling, God, I hate my friends. And I should have just turned around right then, but I didn't. I kept riding, and before I knew it, I had covered the entire back window of a Suburban, mind you. So it was a very large window with ramblings of where she was, the instructions for her to meet me. And I didn't think that would be enough, so I drew a picture as well.
Oh my god.
Picture.
Bro.
And the only park I thought about happened to be the one in my neighborhood, so I drew a picture of my neighborhood. Yeah, so, god damn it, I leave, right, and I call her friend, and I'm like, what the heck was she doing there? She's like, I told you she was gonna be there, and I was like, you told me she wasn't, and blah, blah, and we argued. She's like, anyway, I'll call her, tell her to look at the note. Stupid note, whatever. So the date, time, location, with detailed instructions was all on the back of her mom's Suburban. Which I found later didn't come off for a couple weeks. So a lot of people were reading it. And then, that just sucks. So I go home, and then when time rolls around, I drive over to the park, which, embarrassingly, was literally about a step's throw away. I park in the small parking lot and I wait for her. But in the past hour, it had started sprinkling. So I could no longer do the picnic because we would have gotten soaked. So I waited in my car until she showed up. And she did. She showed up, pulled into the parking lot, and I got out, she got out, she read my shirt, my stupid pink shirt. And she said yes, and I explained how there was supposed to be a picnic and blah blah blah. She's like, oh, whatever, it's okay, and we ended up eating dinner with my parents that night instead of the nice picnic. So, yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is much worse. It's not embarrassing.
Sounds
it's
like
horrible.
a night of the Griswolds.